Today, I have something really special for you again, and I have to issue a trigger warning, because I will be saying the word actually a lot. I actually wanted to make a different video. I wanted to make a video about 3 trading robots that I tested over the year, that I ran in a demo account, and now I want to show you the results. But before you ask, what is this actually about? It's about a trading robot that you can also use to trade stocks. And you can see here, I ran PayPal on it and really achieved this fantastic result, which you've probably already seen in the thumbnail. I'm going to give away a few spoilers here. The trading robot is called Stratos Bora. I've introduced it before. That's why I'll first show you on the MQL5 website how much it costs, where you can get it, and so on and so forth. So here we are on the MQL5 website, and you can see that the trading robot is completely free. And I also advise you to download it as a flat rate, because it has often happened that when trading robots are downloaded very often, they also cost money. So download it now, and then you can test it in peace, and maybe use it in 2 or 3 months. So as I said, it's best to download it now. You can see the reviews. They are also very, very good. It has a very, very good rating, and that is also reflected in the results. How the trading robot works. It works on the Ishimoku Kinko Hero indicator. You can see it here. It looks very complex. If you want me to explain it, write to me in the comments below, and I might make another extra video about how this indicator works. As I said, I ran it on a demo account for half a year. And the most important thing with a trading robot that you backtest is to find out how realistic these backtests are. And because I ran it on a demo account for half a year, as I said, we can now backtest and see how realistic the whole thing is and how big the deviations actually are. First of all, I'll show you the results that I got from January 1st, 2023 to June 12th, 2024. I already ran a backtest there, and so that you know how effective and how well this trading robot actually works, in which currencies, with which drawdown, I made you this beautiful graphic. That alone is a like value, and you can see to what extent, as I said, these results actually correspond to the real results. As you can see, we have 4 currencies here, and we start with 36.39% profit, up to 69% profit within this time period. The drawdown is also very, very low for some currencies. For example, here we have a drawdown of less than 6%, and for all the others we are slightly above that. But of course, the profits are also somewhat higher. Now let's take a look at how it all looked on a live account. Here we are at the myfxbook.com, and you can see that we have made a minimal profit in the last 6 months. You have to admit that this isn't anything to get excited about, especially when you see that we are already in a very, very strong drawdown of around 15%. But what is important for us today, because we always want to test it on stocks, is to what extent the results match up with our backtests over the last 6 months. So, I'm going to look at how big the difference is between the backtest and the live result. And that is crucial for us now. First of all, let's look at the currency pair Australian dollar, US dollar, and see how big the difference was over the last 6 months. And it was only 34.64. We made a profit and loss of around $3,000 to $4,000 in total, with a difference of 34.64. And in the live account, i.e. the demo account, we were actually 34.64 better than in the backtest. The situation is similar with the British pound and the US dollar. Here, we were 1.73 worse than in the backtest, and in the US dollar and Canadian dollar, we were better. That means we made fewer losses in the US dollar and Canadian dollar, and the same with the Euro-US dollar. So the most important thing for us now is to see that the back tests are actually realistic, so that we can now compare the results that we want to achieve with stocks, for example. And how did I even come up with that in the first place? I compared all currencies first, and there were a few currencies where I noticed, wait a minute, that looks very, very good. And without making any adjustments, with my Z files, which you can find on my website, we'll come to that in a moment, you can find PayPal here, for example, and there we have a 0.15% drawdown and 0.7% profit. We have a very, very good ratio. I scaled the whole thing up, as you've already seen in the entire back table. Otherwise, you might not have clicked on it at all. And now, I'll show you what the whole thing looked like. So from January 1st, 2023 to December 26th, 2024, I tested it on a 100,000 account, and we actually ended up with a profit of 222,476.31. Well, that really is a phenomenal result, and all of that with just 24.26% drawdown. But of course, everything is relative. For a 100,000 account, 24% drawdown is of course a lot, but for a small account, and I'll show you in a moment what you need as a minimum for this account, it's definitely bearable. But you can of course do it less aggressively. Yes, you don't have to triple the account, as would have been the case here within 2 years. And we've seen that the back tests are really identical to the real results. That's why I did the whole thing. Here we'll take a look at what the whole thing looks like in terms of drawdown. How often we're really in a stronger drawdown. Here, we can see here that we're in a stronger drawdown at one point. Here, the second time, we have reached around 24%. Here we are at around 17, 18%, and here at 12%. So that means we have had a drawdown of over 20% twice, and a drawdown of over 10% only twice, and otherwise, we are in much calmer waters. That has to be said quite clearly. So that really is a very, very good result. There is no other way to put it. And now I will show the whole thing again on a $1,666 account, because that is the minimum amount to trade it 1-to-1, so to speak. That is where we are now. So we started at 1,666 with 0.01 lot. I will come back to what all this means in a moment when I show you how you can trade it accordingly on Forex. And the end result here is 5,360. That means it has more than tripled. That means 3,697 profit, with only 23.87% drawdown. So, a little less drawdown, but basically the same as with the 100,000 account. So that really is absolutely consistent. Forex is one of the world's largest and most reputable Forex brokers, with a proven track record spanning many years. By choosing Forex, you're joining a global community of traders who benefit from transparent pricing, reliable execution, and exceptional customer support. And here's the best part. When you register through my partner ID QMYJ, you'll earn a daily 25% cashback on both spreads and commissions. This means more value on every trade you make, every single day. And now, I'm going to show you the important information that you need to change the whole thing. We trade all of this on a MetaTrader 5 account. That only works on a MetaTrader 5 account. MetaTrader 4 doesn't work. You're not trading real shares. You're trading CFDs. That means you have the advantage of having high leverage. In this case, 1-to-20. what you absolutely have to pay attention to. If you want to trade a share, you have to trade 0.01 lot. That's very, very important. If you trade one lot, you're automatically trading 100 shares, and you have to pay swap fees every day, just like with any other broker. The fees for PayPal shares, for example, are currently 1.5 cents per day per share. Yes, at $88, because that's what RoboForex lends. They then charge an interest rate per year. It is 6% for a long position and 3% for a short position. And that is 1.5 cents per share that you have to pay per day. Except on Friday, when you pay 3 times the fee for Saturday and Sunday too. So always keep that in mind. But you can basically trade 20 times the amount. I wouldn't recommend that, though, because you'll reach the maximum very, very quickly. And accordingly, I would always use a much, much lower leverage. But the maximum you can trade is 1 in 20. But really pay attention to that. Start very, very low and carefully. And then you can trade very, very successfully. Now I'll show you very quickly where you can download the whole thing and how to get there to download the set files. You can find it on my website, forexstrategy.club. You can download all the things there. There you go to my page, go to the post. You have to be a premium member. Yes, you automatically become a premium member if you register on my page and have registered with RoboForex with my partner ID. Then you can contact me. Then you become premium and you get these settings for free. Future settings too, all of that will be in the premium area and you can download them for free each time. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give the video a like. Write me a short message if you are interested in this trading robot. And then we'll see each other next week. See you then.